Hello my dear children. In the previous class we discussed about the Democratic Republic of South Africa. In this class we are going to understand about the making of Indian Constitution. Like South African Constitution, even the Indian Constitution was made under difficult circumstances. As we all know, during the freedom struggle after the freedom of British government, British just left the provincial states to merge with India or to merge with Pakistan or to be as independent states. So even the making of constitution or the drafting committee members was so confused. And also they were having several views in order to frame sets of rules and regulations for the independent country. So now we shall discuss in detail about it. Making of Indian Constitution. Indian Constitution was first drafted in 1928 and then in 1931. Motilal Nehru and other 8 leaders demanded in the draft of a Kanchi session of INC, that is Indian Congress session. What all they demanded, what they wanted to include in the constitution of our country. First is about universal adult franchise, that is all the citizens of a country who attains the age of 18 must get the right to vote, that is universal adult franchise. And social justice. Justice is nothing but social equality and opportunities for everybody, that is social justice. And right to freedom and liberty. Under British, everybody they got to know that people must and should have the right to freedom and liberty in order to lead a peaceful life. And these were inspired, these drafting committee members were inspired by French Revolution, British parliamentary system and the Bill of Rights of the US, United States of America. So from French Revolution, they took the idea of organs of the government, that is the government should be divided into legislature, executive and judiciary. Legislature, there should be a law-making body and the law-making body should execute, that is under executive, it should execute, the law must be executed, under judiciary equal law for all the citizens of the country. So like that from each and every country they grabbed certain features and they got inspired by French Revolution, British parliamentary system and the Bill of Rights of US. Rights, that is the natural rights and right to live, right to express their views and shape their views and so on. The Constitutional Assembly, and how they formed the Constitutional Assembly. In order to draft a constitution, they need to have certain committee that is called as Assembly. So elections to Constituent Assembly was held in July 1946. Here, Dr. R Ambedkar was appointed as the chairman of this drafting committee. Constitution adopted on 26th November 1949. It was adopted on 26th November 1949, but it came to force and it was enacted on 26th January 1950. From then onwards, January 26th is celebrated as Republic Day throughout the country, that is throughout India. So constitution of our country, it reflects the best minds of the country. So these rules and regulations in which everybody are going to be abide with. So they was it started to reflect the best minds of the country, and every law and each and every article, every law, it was made and it was fixed by debate and also several discussions, clause by clause, section by section, and also article by article, word by word. Our Indian Constitution is regarded as the longest written constitution of the world. So whatever the constitution they have in our, we have in our world, ours is, that is Indian Constitution is regarded as the longest written constitution. We have, this is based on the date of 2019. Till now we have 448 articles, which is divided into 25 parts. We have 12 schedules. Until 2019, we have amended our constitution 103 times. So amendment, that is nothing but changes in the constitution. It is not about deleting any law or it is just waving off, just in order to meet the demands of the people, because this present country and even the situation will be changing from place to place and changing from period to period. It is dynamic. So in order to meet the demands of the people, in order to meet the facilities of the people, constitution must be amended to a certain extent. So like that, from 1950 till 2019, we have amended 103 times. That is, we have changed certain rules and regulations to meet the demands. Now, what are the guiding principles of this constitution? Even though Gandhiji, he was not included in this Constituent Assembly, he expresses in his magazine called Young India, he was having a dream and he wanted to promise the people that is untouchables, that is poor people and underprivileged people. He calls the untouchables as Harijans. He wanted to include this poor and unprivileged, and their voice must be visited. That is, we need to give certain importance for even underprivileged and also poor in order to make our country. So certain benefits and reservations must be included in the constitution. This is about the guiding principles. Now, the preamble. So, what is this preamble? Preamble is the introductory part of constitution. Preamble is derived from the Latin word preambulus, walking into. So now, what our preamble says? What is the introductory part? That is, what are the content of the constitution is understood by this preamble. Preamble goes like this: we, the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign, secular, socialist, democratic republic, and to secure to all its citizens justice in which area? Social, economical and political. Liberty, that is freedom of thought, expression, belief, faith and worship. Equality of status, of opportunity, and to promote among them all. Fraternity, assuring the dignity of the individual and unity of integrity of the nation. That is, fraternity is brotherhood. So in our country, Constituent Assembly, do here adopt and enact to give ourselves in this constitution, that is, every citizen of the country must be provided with equal opportunities throughout the world. So this is the introductory part of the preamble, which is mentioned in the content of the constitution. Well children, in this class we understood about the making of constitution and how it started with the inspiration of French Revolution and the British parliamentary system, and the Constituent Assembly, when was it started, and when we will celebrate Republic, and also about preamble of our country, that is constitution.